Greetings, 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 greetings. Peace, love, harmony, and light. This is Chief Kalanago with a video. Once again, I don't plan these videos, I just move in the spirit. So I'm just going to talk about what's on my mind. I always like to give thanks and acknowledge the great spirit. I want to give thanks to my ancestors. Thank you. I'm actually thanking them for the continued guidance and protection. And just always, man, I'm thankful. That's all I could say. Lots of gratitude here. And I do honor all my ancestors. Thank you for using me as a vessel. With that being said, I just want to, again, come with a message of encouragement. I know it seems like, you know, things are bad right now. I know that's the way it seems, that's the way it appears. But I want you to know that things are not bad, okay? It could be a whole lot worse. A lot of us are looking for answers. A lot of people have knocked on doors, and a lot of people are still knocking on doors. A lot of people are still seeking answers. But first, let's talk about where we are at right now, okay? I know everybody's home. The majority of you out of work. Children are out of school. Let me just explain something real quick. You see, sometimes in circumstances or situations, because of fear, because people are afraid, we never see the gift in those circumstances. People, my brothers, my sisters, we are at an end of an era. We are at the end of an age, and we're going to step into another era, another age. And you have to prepare yourself, all right? Regardless of what you're going through right now, don't look at it as a defeat. Don't look at it as you're taking a loss, an L. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Use this opportunity. You're home with your family, and you see a lot of you are starting to realize, like, damn, man, I wasn't prepared for this. No job. I'm not sure where the next paycheck is coming in. I'm home with my children, maybe my significant other. I don't even know who my children are because I never really got to spend time with them because I'm always at work. They're always at school. When they come home, they're always on video games. Family, this is the time right now. If the system is going to reset itself, or the world is going through changes, or the world is going to a reset, then use that opportunity to reset your priorities, reset your goals, reset your dreams, your needs, your wants. Don't allow them or don't let them be the same needs and the wants that you had that didn't work for you. Okay? I'm going to repeat that again. Don't move forward with those same wants and needs that hasn't worked for you in the past. Okay? Keep on knocking on doors. Don't give up. You see, here's the thing about doors, right? Sometimes you may have a key to a door and you could walk right in. But life isn't always that easy, family. Sometimes you have to keep on knocking on them doors. And even when you knock on the door sometime, when those doors are open up, you might not be in the right room. So you have to knock on another door. Sometimes when you knock on the door, the people you want to answer the door may not be the right person. You want it behind that door. But does that mean you give up? No. Keep on knocking. Keep on knocking. Keep on pushing. Don't give up. And we can't give up. You feel me? You see, it's not your failures or your defeat, all right, that makes you. What really makes you is the fact that when you get defeated or when you fail, you get up and try again. That's what's make us strong. It's our will. And we all have will. The question is, what are you going to do with your will? You feel me? Let me tell you a little story about the enemy, okay? And the enemy could come in many forms and shapes and sizes. But let me tell you a little story about little David and Goliath. And you see, I always like to talk about the stories because, again, it's the message. Did you get the message? I don't care if it was real or not. The point is, did you get the message? You see, David was this young shepherd boy, small, and he had to go up against the enemy, an adversary, the giant, right? But David was a nobody. You know what I'm saying? A little shepherd boy that nobody had respect for. How did he go from that to where an entire kingdom were throwing parties in his name? Hmm? How did he go from that? Because when that enemy, that adversary presented itself in the form of a giant, he wasn't afraid. He wasn't afraid. And he took down his enemy with a slingshot and one rock. The moral of the story is, family, our enemies, those adversaries, those circumstances, they could come in any form. And it could be as colossal as a giant, as Goliath, right? But if you're not afraid, if you have the will of David, we can take down any giant. So don't allow fear, all right? Don't allow fear to defeat you. Don't do that. I'm going to tell you another, or give you another analogy, right? You see, the host that we have, what we call that body, that avatar, there is always two worlds, only two worlds, okay? That's trying to take control of your body. Only two worlds. And you have the choice. You have the choice to decide which one is going to occupy your body, your host. Is it going to be the world of good or is it going to be the world of bad? You decide. So the point I'm making is this: regardless of what we are dealing with right now, don't allow fear to cripple you. I'm going to repeat that again, what I just said earlier. Don't allow the needs and the wants that you had in the past that didn't work for you. We got to make those changes. Don't move forward doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, expecting a different result. That's called insanity. Be like the grasshopper. You see, I'm not sure if a lot of you know one of the main characteristics of the grasshopper. And I'm going to share that with you right now. Okay? Let me share that with you right now. For those of you who don't know, now you know, right? Check this out. You see, A grasshopper could only move forward. They can't jump backwards and they can't jump sideways. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? So what does that mean? It means that a grasshopper could never, I'm going to repeat, a grasshopper could never step back into the same mistakes that it made because it could only move forward. Now, isn't that amazing? Right? I mean, that's amazing, right? Because if it happened to be in the same location that it was, let's just say 3 hours ago, it's there at a different time. So it's a different experience. So a grasshopper could never experience the same thing at the same time, twice. That's amazing. I know that may seem a little bit confusing. The point I'm making is this, right? Be like the grasshopper. Let's not jump back into the past, okay? And for those of you who are not sure, you know what, should I jump back? Should I move forward? Maybe I should just move things to the side, to side. No, don't do that. Be like the grasshopper and move forward. Jump forward. Take that leap, whether you want to call it faith, but take that leap knowing that everything is going to be just fine. But in order for things to be fine, we have to make some decisions. You are home with your family. Get to know each other again. That child that you didn't have enough time spending with that child because they were always at school or you were always at work. Use that time to get to know each other, bond. If your children are grown, get to know each other, the things that you missed out on. You may not be able to get it back again, but you could create new bonds, okay? You could create that new relationship. Build things together, all right? Get creative. Because you see, a lot of us, we have this ability to, when all these catastrophes or these so-called disasters or epidemics or pandemic, whenever it's over, a lot of people go back to sleep. It happened with 9/11, Black Lives Matter, all these different movements, okay? The civil rights, just to name a few. When you think that everything is back to normal, you get comfortable. The system settles. Then all of a sudden you go back to sleep. Brothers and sisters, people of the world, don't go back to sleep. Keep on moving forward. And let us not depend on the system to be our bloodline. Because you see, if your bloodline or your livelihood depends on an entity that has to pump blood through your veins, and they decide to stop pumping blood through your veins, that means you have no chance of survival. So now it's time to step into your creativity, step into your lower chakras and learn how to survive, learn how to live, change the way you eat. You feel me? We are creators and we have to get creative. When you change the way you eat, right? You breathe better when you start eating more natural foods. I'm telling you, I'm going on what, almost 2 months now, right? And I'm telling you, man, it's a difference. I'm breathing better automatically. I wasn't even thinking about it, but I'm taking deeper breaths. All of a sudden, I'm breathing from my lower chakra. Before, it was more so a short breath because that's what we were programmed to do because they cut the umbilical cord too soon. So the majority of us breathe from our throat chakra. You feel me? But that's just happening to me automatically because I changed the way that I eat. And family, it's not hard to do. It is not that expensive. I promise you, it's cheaper to eat more wealthy than to eat bad and to have a disease. It's going to cost you more. You have to build your immune system. All right? We got to make it through this. And that's why it seems like our people seems to be dying in bigger numbers. For one, that's what they're promoting. And two, it is because of the way of life that we lived, the things that we ate, the bad foods. So your immune system was already damaged. Your immune system was already compromised. You feel me? We got to do better. Now, I hope I'm not all over the place. All I'm just saying is, let us not jump back into the old habits. Be like the grasshopper, all right? We're not doing the side to side, no. That show, that might make you dizzy, all right? And then it impairs your vision. Let us not jump back because we might jump back into the old ways. You don't want to fall back asleep, but move forward, jump forward. Like I said, this is a perfect opportunity. You see, sometimes the universe gives us things, but because we didn't ask for those things in a specific way or a specific manner, or we didn't quite give the universe the details and the exact directions and or how we wanted those things to manifest, we get it anyway. How many of us have been talking about, man, I wish we could get our children out of these people's school system? Well, guess what? You have an opportunity to write a new contract where you don't have to recontract your children into this system. But are you willing to do that? How many of you are actually mad right now that your children are out of school? Man, that should be a joyous thing because our children were being brainwashed, poisoned. Come on. Look at what they are doing to our little boys. Need I say more? The lunches they have in schools. So now we have an opportunity to change the course of time where you don't have to contract again. No, you know what? I'm cool with that. I'm not putting my children in your system. And we all could stand on that principle because it's truly whatever the people say, that's what the law is. But because we are not engaged, because we don't have a voice, you see, they make their laws or their statutes and their codes. And because they put it on paper, we think it's law. No, the people make the law. Because we got the law straight from the Creator, from the Great Spirit, from the Most High. Okay? So the point I'm making is, take this time, know thyself, learn who you truly are, look in the mirror and seek those answers because they could only come from you. Stop looking outside your home for the answers. Stop looking to the government for the answers. I hear a lot of people say, oh, well, we got to go back to the Republic. Well, guess what? As indigenous people, the Republic don't belong to us. And I've broken that down in many videos. The United States don't belong to us. They belong to foreigners. Even the Republic belong to foreigners. Yes, the foreigners who look just like us. I don't have to go in detail, but they were the ones who created the Republic. We have always been indigenous, okay? We have always had our clans. So instead of us striving to go back to our indigenous ways, now we rush in, we want a republic. From one system, the United States, to another system, the Republic, that still don't belong to us. Yes, it's a little bit better, okay, than the corporation. but it's still a foreign system that don't belong to us. So now we have a perfect opportunity to reset the clock in so many ways. Take control of your lives. Finally, you have that opportunity. I know a lot of our elders are bugging right now. Man, damn, we didn't prepare ourselves for this. And that's fine, elders. No need to be afraid. And for those of you that are parents right now, I know you didn't prepare yourself for this, but it's okay. No need to be afraid. Because when you look into nature, I don't see birds afraid. I don't see animals afraid. No, because you know what? That is not part of their reality. Nobody forced those ideologies into their minds. You have to deprogram yourself and know that everything is already provided for. And I promise you, I guarantee you, in fact, I know that you will be provided for because that's just how nature works. That's just how the universe works. You see, we ask for things and we are not specific with them. So the universe just give us what we ask for. You see, you have to be specific. Stop putting your faith in things outside of yourself and start putting it within you, in yourself, within your home. Build, love, grow, evolve, move forward, be the grasshopper. Learn how to go on YouTube and learn how to grow food in the house, microgreens. Come on, let's get creative. So all I'm just saying is this, right? It doesn't matter what happens outside of you. What really matters is what happens within you. Because once you see you could make that change within you, the change will manifest outside of you. If we all decide right now that our children are not going back to the schools, we are not taking your vaccinations, all right? We are not paying mortgages anymore. We are not paying light bills and gas bills anymore. Then that's the law. You see, we the people make the law. They can't put 350 million people, and I'm certainly sure it's a whole lot more. They don't have any jail houses or any prisons. They don't have enough space to put over 350 million people. In fact, you don't even need that much. If 50 or 60 million people say right now, we are done paying mortgages, we are done paying light bills, we are done paying water bills, we are done for all, we are done. We're not putting our children in your schools anymore. Okay? We're not taking your pharmaceutical, drugs anymore. Now, we want a holistic way of life. I guarantee you things will change. But you have to take a stand. The only way to get change, to make change, is you have to create the change. It's not just going to happen. And I know what I'm saying may seem like a dream, it may seem like an illusion, but we have been living other illusions for a very long time. So why not create another one that is not so far-fetched? If we make up our mind, that's what we want, so shall it be. We are living in a beautiful time when you are home, you are with your family, you are with your loved ones. Learn to love each other again. Come together. Be creative. Be the gods that we are. Be like the grasshopper. Let us not jump backwards. Let us not go from side to side. Let's move forward. But this time, we're going to move forward and things are going to work in our favor for a change. You see, we have this perfect opportunity right now to do this. Use this opportunity wisely. Okay? I know this was a little bit long. I didn't plan on going that long, but I felt it was necessary. I love you guys. Have a beautiful continuation. And I may have been all over the place, but I hope this message it's needed somewhere that somebody could use it. All right? Don't allow fear to cripple you. We are going to be just fine. All right? The universe has already provided everything for us. You know why? Because that's the way we created it. All right? That's the way we created it. We created a universe that is self sufficient to give us everything that we needed. And we allowed entities to take control of that. And they make the decision when to give us what was already ours. So you see, we have to give up that mindset of thinking that the only way for us to live or survive or to be is when they say so. We are giving them too much power. We have the power. The people got the power. So let's take back our power. All right? And they better get their act together real soon and end this foolishness. Or as a people, we have to make a decision and say enough is enough. There's no need to be afraid. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.